right, guys, we're here with Richie Harris, who got first place at the Cool Stuff Games South Orlando Preliminaries for Dragon Ball Super. Want to go over the deck profile here that he used, and believe it or not, what deck did you use for this?
I ended up using U7 Frieza.
All right, and let's go over your matchups first with this deck.
Sure. My matchups, round one was Paragus veggies, so it's essentially Paragus with the veggie package, but it also uses the Gogeta that's a dual color, and also the red Gogeta that essentially comes out and summons itself.
Right.
I was able to beat him 2-1. I lost the very first game. He just went really wide, and I didn't get to see like a objection on my one drops really quick. But I was able to 2-0 him after that once I sighted in certain things like Crusher Ball and stuff, which you'll see in the side afterwards to get there. Round two was Kid Ku, Mono Blue. I 2-0'd that, which is actually your easiest matchup with Universe 7 is Kid Ku. So that's why I kind of wanted to play it. I felt like it was an easy matchup. Okay. Round three was Mono Blue Janemba. I 2-0'd him as well. Round four was Height of Mastery Yellow Broly. That matchup is actually a little difficult because it essentially becomes who gets to get there first, which tends to be me most of the times because they don't play objection and I do because they tend to play all yellow. But sometimes they can still aggro you out, which is like what you want to fear the most with this deck. Of course. So I played him. Then I went into round five, which is another Kid Ku, Mono Blue. We went 2-1, and then round six I went against Janemba again, Mono Blue. That one was actually my first loss. It was the last round. We went to game three, and he was able to out-combo me by 5K. I dumped my whole hand on a victory strike. I couldn't boost it up because he was aggroing me so much with pans. He had multiple pans, and that's how he self-awakened, was hitting me. So I wasn't able to boost really high with Goku, which unfortunately that caused me to not be able to combo as high. I got to 85 and he went to 90. So I just kind of scooped after that once that happened because I had no hand.
I mean, so overall it just came down to something that's out of your control, but let's go over the deck profile and see exactly what you did. Okay,
so just real quick on the leader, as an older leader, is Universe 7 Frieza. Unawakened, he has a Warriors of Universe 7, so it makes the specified cause of all Universe 7 cards no specified, so you can use any color. And then he's got an active main, pitch any Universe 7 card, and you get to draw 2 cards. Then he's Awakened, untap 2. Pretty straightforward. On the Awakened side, everything's exactly the same. It's just that now when you activate the effect to pitch and draw 2, he'll tap a card. So as long as it doesn't have barrier and the opponent has any card to block or anything, you'll pitch a card, draw 2, and then rest his card.
Got it.
So that's very powerful, and I'll explain why that comes into play later with blockers and stuff, which is your worst nightmare. So first card is your 1-drop Goku. We play that as a 4 of. Okay. It's just it's a 1-drop, allows you to do something on turn 1 and also gets you your combo pieces. Right. This deck is very combo centric. There's a lot of cards you're gonna need to like essentially get your kill turn or anything like that. So this lets you look at the top 3 cards of your deck, grab any Universe 7. You can grab itself. You can also grab the extra card, representatives of Universe 7, which is really important. So this guy is really good. And this is also how you protect yourself. You'll summon it, get his effect, so you don't neg a card, and then when someone swings at you, you just combo it off immediately. You don't really need to keep anything on the board, you just kind of protect your life. Next card will be our main negate of the deck. It's Master Roshi. He's just a pay 1 negate, and he summons itself. So again, it's another card you put on board. If someone swings at you, you just combo it off right away. You don't really tend to keep it on there. And it's really good because you can use any color energy because it's Universe 7, and this is like the main negate of the deck. Next is 3 of the Universe 7 representatives. This card is probably one of the best 1-drop you can have. If you can see this in your opening hand, it's really good. I don't always play it turn 1. Reason sometimes I don't play it turn 1. That you got to know your matchups. If you're going against somebody who plays 1-drops like Kaba or Trunks or anything that wants to swing at you, you don't really tend to play this. You'll save it for turn 2 or turn 3, depending if you have like objection or different things in your hand. But essentially, this gets you any combo piece. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck and grab any Universe 7 card. Another good thing about this card is its permanent says it has the trait Universe 7 at all times. So permanents are active throughout the entire game, whether it be in your hand, your deck, your discard pile, the field, whatever the case may be. So you can grab this card off of the Goku. You can grab itself. So if you play it and you don't see anything you want, but you see this, you can grab it again and play another one and go through the top 7 again, which is extremely powerful. Like it just lets you filter through your deck and get exactly what you want. So it's super, super good. It also allows you to pitch it. There's cards in here that do EX Evolve, and they need to discard Universe 7 cards. You can discard this. So you can keep your combo power in your hand and discard an extra card that you can't use for your offense. 4 of Sensu Beam. It's just protection. It's also a restand. Just play it. Tap 1 blue, untap 2, give yourself 5k. Pretty self-explanatory. It's really powerful. 2 battering lasers. This is essentially to stop any kind of cheeky play like Time Magic or Mafuba against your win package. Time Magic tends to hit your 8-drop if you're going into multiple attacks, which I'll show you guys later. So you'll stop Time Magic with this. Mafuba is the only thing that can stop Victory Strike Goku. So if someone Mafubas, you just play this and you kill that so you can continue with your combo. So this is very, very important.
Controversy laser.
Yeah. We only play 2, by the way, because it can clog, so you can break by accident. So you only want to play 2 of that card. You want to see it, but if you see too many, you can just break, and you have to have targets to pitch for the leader's effect or for the other cards. Probably one of the most important cards of the deck, and this is what you mulligan for. If you do not see this in your opening hand, you will mulligan all 6 and look for this card. You need this card because you need to pretty much you play a slow stally deck and you want to get to your kill turn faster than anyone else can do anything. So you grab objection, you always charge a blue energy turn 2 or turn 1, whatever you need. You have to have it. I tend to resolve 2 in a game. If I resolve 2 in a game, I tend to win. It's very rare that I'll resolve 2 and not win because I just get there so much faster. I'm essentially, on turn 3 for my opponent, or turn 4, I'm sorry, I'm essentially swinging with Victory Strike or something, and they're sitting there at 3 or 4 energy, and I'm sitting there at 5 or 6 energy. So this is very, very good. Again, if you don't have it in your opening hand, mulligan all 6. This is more important than anything else.
And I feel like with everything being kind of a race in time, it's so many different Victory Strike decks.
Yeah.
If you're playing Objection, you have a huge advantage.
Yep. Backbone of Universe 7 Goku is your super combo. Only thing I'll say about this, you can use it at 5 life, which is really important. If you're playing against a deck that wants to hit you and you can't really protect yourself, or you don't mind going down to 6 because you always want to, I'm sorry, not 6, 5. You want to go down to an odd number. Don't stay at an even number, and I'll explain why later. Once you get there, you can use super combos, get your combo pieces, because they'll swing at you, you use this, you take no damage, you draw a card, oh, I just got the Victory Strike, so it'll get you there. But really good super combo. Piccolo is your barrier blocker. Anytime you're playing against something that just wants to swing at you a whole lot and they blow up cards on the field, you just put this out and protect yourself. This is really good in the Broly matchups. If you find a mirror match, this is the best card in the mirror match. Whoever summons this out first, it has an advantage. Little play, never summon 2 against the mirror match. Because if they freeze you, if they freeze you can almost lose instantly because of that. Because it'll bypass barrier and rest both of them. So you always only summon 1. So if they have a hard time wanting to use Frieza like for just 1 card, and then if they do it next turn, you just put another 1 down. So you never ever summon 2 at the same time in the mirror match. Other matches you don't care. You can summon multiples. Gohan the one of. Okay, this card's phenomenal. I think I made a mistake only playing 1. I kind of wanted at 2 or 3, and I can tell you later what we'll take out for that. But this card, it's a barrier, and looks at the top 7 of your deck. Whatever Universe 7 card you see, you get to play it, but you still have to pay its cost. Fun fact about this card, if they want to Crusher or Bloodlust it, they want to Bloodlust it, they have to do it when you hit active main. I believe also Crusher as well. I'm pretty positive because essentially this card's not summoning it. You're still paying its cost.
Right. So
they have to do it blind before you play the card. It's very interesting. I believe it's only for Bloodlust. I could be wrong. Don't quote me. But I know for Bloodlust they have to do it blind. 2 at all cost Vegetas. It's just a really good card. Comes out for 3 energy, draws a card. If you have 5 energy or more, you get to take 2 life to get yourself there and pop a card. And it gains triple strike.
Pseudo win con.
Yeah, it gains triple strike and 3,000 power for every energy you own. So it's really good. So you can sneak wins with this with people that are really aggro. Green Broly, this thing's really good. Like you'll pop their 6-drop, the ones that do active battle, pop a card. So you'll pop it and then you just swing for triple strike and then they just can't do anything about it. So it's really good. It's another win con. 2 and 2 of your Frieza package. So I was talking about earlier with the Piccolo. This is the Frieza that'll rest 2 cards on your opponent's field, bypassing barrier. You have to do it by pitching a Universe 7 card, and it has dual attack, so it's really, really good. Sometimes you'll just summon it just for that, or you can also pay 1, EX evolve into this. You have to pitch a card to do it. Now this guy is triple strike, and best way to describe it, he's like a floodgate. Anytime they activate an awaken, a counter, or an auto, your opponent has to crit a life to be able to do it essentially. Now it does make it optional, so like leader swings are mandatory. This makes it optional.
Right.
So just so you know, that's a future thing that it is optional with this, but it's really good.
And it's an activate counter and auto for those who might flip out in the comments and say, he said awaken. It's an activate counter.
Another thing too, another really, really smart play, guys. It's a permanent. I said earlier that permanents are active at all times. So if someone bloodlusts this unsummoned, they still have to ping a life.
Yeah.
Like it's a permanent. It's already active in your hand. So the moment you pay and revealed, they have to paying a life to be able to bloodlust. So make sure you remember that. So now here comes your Goku package. We're gonna go with the first portion of it. We played three.
So good.
We played 3 of full power and 3 of ultimate form. Reason why we play like this, we used to play this at 4, but we got this card. And this one is your main one that you're always going to summon. So he's 5. When he comes out, he untaps an energy and draws a card, which is really good. His active main is take 2 life, and it gains 10k, which is extremely awesome, which allows you to swing super big with Victory Strike, especially when your opponent's like unawakened or something like that. So they can't use super combos. It just essentially guarantees your swing, right? It's really good. This one, on the other hand, if someone's been aggro with you and you haven't been able to protect yourself, when you have 3 life or less, he comes out for 4 energy instead of 5. He also pops a rest mode card, and if you do, you draw a card. So it's really good. It's just, those situations do happen. It's kind of rare, essentially. It doesn't happen often, but I did it in tournament twice. So out of all the times, I made Victory Strike almost every game, and out of all the times, which is like I think 16 games I played, I did this twice, so it's really good. People don't expect this. They're normally really surprised and shocked when they see this, so it's really good.
It actually pops in general.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's yours.
So this thing right here is your 8-drop. Yeah, that's right. He pops no matter what, but if it's in rest mode, it draws a card. Yeah. This is what your evolve target is. So once you make either one of these guys right here, you're going to pay 1 and EX evolve into this guy. You have to pitch 2 Universe 7. He's got a triple attack critical. His auto doesn't matter because your leader's not green. We're going to know that. You honestly hardly ever swing with this guy. You just use it to get to your Victory Strike. But there was one game where I made 3 of these and I won for game. So I used this, swung twice, evolved into another one, swung twice, evolved to a third one, swung 3 times. So you can win with this guy. You don't always have to win a Victory Strike. It's just if your opponent has a blocker or has something, you can just pressure with this guy.
So nutty. You threaten 7 damage for 3 energy.
Yep. Yeah. If you don't have Frieza, this is how you get rid of blockers too. So another fun fact is you don't have a way to get rid of the blocker. You make this, swing twice with it. They think you don't have Victory Strike. They'll start blocking. Once you get rid of the blockers, okay, boom, Victory Strike. Or make another one, then go into Victory Strike. You just got to be careful though, because you do have to pitch 2 cards every time you evolve, and you need to have 1 left over to make Victory Strike.
That's a big hand you get rid of if you do that.
Big boy right here.
You know what this does.
Yep. Awaken Power Son Goku. It has Victory Strike. In other words, does 1 damage. You just win the game. That's what it's really there for. This card cannot be negated, and his skills can't be negated. So it's extremely good. You can't peel off this. You can't do anything to this guy. Your only hope is to Mafuba, and that's why we play Battering. So they can't Mafuba this guy. It's extremely good. So those are your 3 win cons of the deck.
Main deck. All right. So
you still have this in the main. This is your black package. So this is your main overwhelm card. This gets you combo pieces. So essentially, you can almost always play this in turn 2. So turn 2, you've already pitched for turn 1. So you pitch a card, drew 2 cards. You'll go turn 2 objection, and then pitch a card to draw 2 more. Now you have 3 cards in overwhelm. You'll make this for free. And then you just go. It looks at the top 2 cards of the deck, and you just pick one and put the other one back on the bottom, and you want to grab your combo pieces.
Yeah.
Like anytime you see this guy, you grab it. You just need that guy.
Period. End of story. The one of.
And then this is your aggro killer.
Yeah.
Anyone that plays 1-drops, which is almost everybody in the meta. Like this is probably the only Universe 7 card in the whole deck that was the MVP. Like this made everything happen besides objection. Turn 1, I play this almost every time. The Kid-Ku players, they can't awaken, they can't do anything. I had one Kid-Ku player that summoned the 1-drop android, then summoned the Goku, swung with leader, comboed the Goku just to get rid of it, and the next turn I made another one. Yeah. So then I popped his android 8 and then he had nothing. So they'll waste a whole turn just trying to get rid of this, and you just make another one. It's super good. It pops the 1-drops too. They can't swing. You don't ever swing with your 1-drop, so it has no effect on you. It's an extremely good card, very important. This is probably the newest addition to the deck
for sure.
from back in the day. So this is what you want to do right here. So that's your black cards, your overall package. So that's the main deck. Now off to the side, if I can grab it. Jeez. Okay, the sideboard can change, and I'll show you what I'll change. But 2 time magic. Time magic was just for Shenron decks. Any deck that has triple attack, of course. Mostly Shenron Gogeta. That's really popular right now. So this shuts that down right there. And if they battering you battering them back. Any yellow deck that plays Crusher, Bloodlust, anything, minus Killy Zone, shuts all that off. So the yellow Broly matchups and the green Broly matchups, I just don't care. I just main deck this, and it puts deck cards in their hand. It's super free. It has no cost. Take 3 cards in your discard, warp it, draw a card.
Yeah.
So you don't even neg a card for playing this. It's just so good. There's been times where I have multiples, and I just needed to find a combo piece, I'll just play just to draw a card and just keep one in my hands while I'm going to play the Goku or the Frieza or whatever the case may be, just so you can keep getting cards. So it's never dead. It's extremely good. Crusher Ball. This is really good against anyone that plays blockers on defense, so like any Shigesh players. It's really good. It's extremely good against Green Broly. If they have secret, you Crusher Ball is secret. Their hopes or dreams are crushed.
Yeah.
Because now they discarded their hand
Pun intended.
and they can't do anything. So this card is extremely good. That's what you always side that in for. You also side it in for the mirror, hoping that they don't
Spicy side incoming.
Yeah. Now this right here.
Oh boy.
This card is the MVP against Janemba. I think this card needs to be mainboarded. What would you take out for this? I think after going through all 6 rounds of the tournament, I would take out the Frieza package and sideboard all 4 cards, and I'd put these 2 in the main deck, and then increase the count on Gohan and Piccolo. So Piccolo to 4 and Gohan to 2, so that you have 50 cards, and this card needs to be in the main deck. For those who don't know, this is an older card. We played in set 3 times set 4. It's a Orum for 4, and you have to pay 2 energy, and it grabs any battle card that's in your warp. So you can grab a super combo. If Janemba mills out your victory strike or any of your combo pieces you need, especially this guy, you just grab it right back so you don't ever lose it. What's cool is if they do it early, and you do this on turn 3, you essentially put them on a timer, and they tend to play pressured, going like, I'm going to do this next turn if you don't hurry up and kill me.
Yep.
So it puts people on a timer, and it's really awesome. So yeah, this card probably main deck. Nimbus. This card honestly was not that great. I never sided it in. It was. It's not bad. It's a great card. It's just the way this deck works and its matchups. You don't need it. Crisis Crusher did all the work for me. I would take this out for Kami. I made a mistake and not sided Kami.
Yeah,
I regret that every part of it. So take this out and put 2 Kamis in, guys. This card extremely good. For Broly, anything that summons anything big, just overwhelm it, and it gets rid of their 6 drops or higher. Extremely good, and it's completely free, which is what makes it good. So yeah, awesome card. Don't ever forget that. And then Mafuba, it's mainly for the mirror. Shenron, Gogeta, anything that you just need to shut off that has multiple attacks and you can't get there. That's pretty much it.
That's awesome, man.
Well, just one quick question. So why do you think this works? I mean, as we saw, those of you who played U7 Frieza in the past, like he said, Crisis Crusher is really the only new card that's in there besides that Ultimate Form Son Goku. Why do you think it's so effective in the current meta?
Honestly, it's because Super Shenron's gone, and everyone right now is playing a meta where they hit each other. So they're playing Self-Awakeners, but they're not playing a lot. And there's not a whole lot of removal for anything bigger than a 1-drop or anything like that. Right. Like a lot of people are not playing Banisher Flu. They're not playing the Mass Saiyan. They're just not playing it. And I get why. Like there's no reason to really.
Right.
But so this deck thrives in that kind of meta. So it plays nothing but utility cards. You don't swing. You just keep pitching to draw so you can get your combo pieces. You essentially want your kill turn. So because you essentially don't give them cards to awaken, and you challenge them with your Crisis Crusher and say if you don't have the one drop. Like Pan, for instance, which is the best one to use against you. Right. Before I play Crisis Crusher, you're just not gonna awaken. Like you're not gonna get there, and you're never hitting them. They're not awakened, and that's what you want. You don't want them awakened. You victory strike them when they're unawakened. It's almost a guaranteed win. I don't think I've ever seen anyone unawakened out combo this.
Yeah,
you have all the life in the world.
It's extremely difficult.
Yeah, you have all the life in the world, and you're swinging for over 100K. The highest I swung, by the way, was 140 this weekend.
Ooh,
140,000.
That's a big boy. Well, all right, guys, that was Richie Harris, first place at the Cool Stuff Games South Orlando preliminaries. U7 Frieza with victory strike.
1 second. Real quick before everyone goes, shout outs to Danny Hype, who helped me build the deck, the KTM guys, Dusty, who was up late helping me with the ratios. But this is Danny Hype's idea. I didn't come up with it for the meta. He just said, why don't you just play U7 Victory Strike? So thanks to him. Also, if you haven't checked out the Pro Play Tour, please check it out. Go to PPG Event Management page.com. That's where you'll find the pre-registration, the tour, the dates. So make sure you go out there. You can check me out. I do travel with them and do commentary. So please go there and pre-register and reserve your spot.
All right, sounds good. See you guys later.
Adios.